At this point with me, it's going to take a while to earn back the trust of the community. They gave another update on Reddit, which was basically saying it's not PvE. It wasn't possible to launch all players who are EOD holders. Right now, we simply do not have the required amount of resources for this. More understandable, but like, what if they did sell a lot and they weren't able to get everybody in? Because right now, I think people were saying that they still have to wait 10 minutes or so to get into the offline mode. So it's kind of rough on that. They lowered the cost for EOD owners by 70% to purchase the early access to PvE. Plan to send one Left Behind edition key to everyone who has already upgraded to Unheard at the old price. So if you upgraded, then they cut the price, they're going to send you a key, so you can get a friend into the game potentially. Not everyone's going to, be okay with that, but regardless, you get the 50% discount when upgrading to Unheard Edition from EOD now. So they went back a little bit more. Finally, we got to this point today, what I assume would be the final resolution. We did start out with an apology, somewhat of one. I would like to say that I'm very sorry to the fans that and the game community in general, and that they're experiencing these feelings. Unfortunately, I somehow did not foresee the fact of such a reaction, and now I've drawn conclusions for my future decisions. It's something. Sorry you feel that way. Yeah. They did decide to open it for EOD owners for free, but we'll do it in waves, which was questionable. We've seen how the waves go. It's open-ended. Well, I don't know how I feel about it, but at least everyone's going to get it for free, at least EOD, which is what we were asking for in the first place. That was the main thing I think EOD owners felt slighted from, is that they weren't getting it. I think most EOD owners aren't going to be playing it anyways, but for those that do want to play it, I feel like it'd be nice to maybe have like express interest in the PvE mode, and maybe those players can get a little bit higher priority queue, somewhat like they did with Arena, to where if you logged in earlier on the website, you got pushed up in queue. It's like, I'd be fine with pushing me to the very far back of that queue, right? I could be the very last one to get it. I'd be okay with that. I don't plan on playing it, but those that would want to play the PvE, I'd be okay with them being pushed towards the front, right? But either way, if they don't have the server capacity now, that's understandable. And if they're going to start the process as soon as possible, cool. We also decided that we'll add mod support for PvE after release of the game. That's huge. That's huge. To my understanding, I don't think they were ever really for the mod stuff since I've been playing. They've always said SPT is bannable and stuff, but having access to mod support, that's cool. Step in the right direction. About the Unheard Edition, we will not remove it. We want to keep the option for those that want to support the game more, but we will balance items, perks in the edition, as well as we'll provide more rewards for those who upgraded with the old price. So that's good. They're trying to still make it right to those who upgraded with the old price, and balance with the items, perks, and yeah, that's good. I think it's trying to make it right? Trying to make amends rather than quintupling down. New EOD perks will be balanced too. We will remove prioritized matching option to keep everyone in the same spot. Huge. We will add more unique stuff to highlight the EOD version in general. We will provide the final list of the new EOD perks ASAP. Good. We continue to work on patches, new content, events, and the game release itself, no matter what. Thank you for time, loved and hate, and thank you for your increased attention to the current situation, Nikita. So overall, I think that it's not the full thing, but I don't know what else I would really ask them to do besides refund those that paid the extra price. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know the whole back issues with that, but that's like the only thing that I could see being the thing. It seems like they're trying to make amends, and yeah, it's not perfect, but it's something. It's better than the previous 3 days. I expected to wake up this morning and have a little bit more of the dig in the hole. Yeah, and if you play single player Tarkov, then perfect. Like, it's an option now. It seems pretty fun. I was watching Clean, and the AI actually looked pretty solid. At this point with me, it's going to take a while to earn back the trust of the community. I can still enjoy the game and not have to worry about BSG. They're going to do what they want, and that's okay. I would have went and played Apex, and it's not like EA is any better, right? I lost faith in BSG a while back on fully following through with fixing everything in the game. And I never really bought the EOD for the DLC. I bought it because I wanted larger stash space and a larger gamma container. And so I definitely understand where those that did buy it for the DLC would be upset. But for me personally, I bought it for the gamma container and the larger stash space. I am still a little salty about not having early access to test servers. I would have thought that EOD owners or those that played more than 1,000 hours should get that as a pretty high priority. So that's the only thing that like I'd be kind of upset about. But just from a personal standpoint, I will say I think that the outroar or outrage got them to react. I think it was a bit, you know, the Sherpas were quitting or threatening to quit. The mods in the Discords, a lot of them quit. The leak interview with Nikita, you know, the emissaries were giving feedback saying this isn't right. Some streamers stopped streaming. The community as a whole really bombarded them. Their Discord was on fire. I mean, shit, it got covered by Asmongold. It got covered by IGN. It got covered by, I think someone said even CNN wrote an article about it. Forbes wrote an article about it. Linus Tech Tips, the dev that streams Moist Critical. Yeah, like it got covered, right? Jake Lucky wrote or was talking about it. Pirate Software. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Although not perfect, this in my mind is close to probably the best we're going to get. And I think that it is enough for me personally. I would take it as a win. I don't think we could, I don't know what else I'd really sit there. And the people, the homies that did get it from a standard edition, like, I'd say that's good for them. Happy for them. Reminds me of that sorry bit from South Park. Yeah. I don't know if it's that extreme, but it does remind me of it. It reminded me of it as well. Yeah. He's like, or even whenever they go to talk to Comcast guys, the manager, and he's like, he has this like nipple flaps, he like flips it open, he's like rubbing his nipples, he's like, I'm sorry. Oh, tell me about your complaints. So yeah, it's, I don't know, I took yesterday off. That shit was so fucking mentally draining. I just want to play video games. The priority matchmaking is kaput. They said they're not doing that. Apparently cheaters have already managed to take loot from the PvE mode and sell it on the flea on the main servers. What? Damn. Can't say it fully surprises me. People on Apex, the cheaters could yoink you from your lobby and then put you into a shooting mode game with them, like the training mode or whatever, and VoIP with you. Like, I watched it live happen. So when I saw that it does not surprise me that shit could be done on Tarkov. What about the $250 price tag on the Unheard Edition? Do you think that's okay? No, I think that's hell overpriced. I think that $50 for EOD people to upgrade, that was my top dollar that I thought. I still think that's too much, but I think that that's top dollar. I think that is more good. But those that want to get into Tarkov, like, they should scrap everything out of they could sell that edition still, but they should take just the offline version and sell that as like the cheapest option, $25-$30. Sell that on as a standalone and get people to try Tarkov. And then if they want to buy many of the more expensive editions, let them. And that's the online version. That's usually like, that's how it would make more sense in my mind. But $250 for those that want to play the offline is not really it. That's a lot, dude. That's a lot of fucking money for a game. I think if they sold the standalone of just offline would be better, and if it was cheap. It's like if you got a friend or someone that just is not interested in PvP, they would need hella offline servers though. It's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't really think about that, and that's the thing as a consumer that I don't really ever think about first, right? I don't know the whole back-end server cost and what that takes to maintain all that. Or just make it locals. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the first thing about all that. I really don't. I've never been tempted to try single player Tarkov until I saw the AI like jump, backtrack, and then spray. And I was like, holy shit, that's actually like not bad. Isn't that a different mod? Yeah, no, that was single player Tarkov. That was modded. I think it's cool that the BSG is saying that they're down to work with mods on the single player Tarkov mode or the offline mode. Just here for big pockets. Yeah, the 2 extra here. Do you think they remedied the situation with the last statement? I think as a whole, I think as a whole, a little bit. We got somewhat of an apology. Not really an apology that is fully there. I think it's the best apology we're going to get. I've never seen them say, I'm sorry for anything, ever. And so, is a non-apology, yeah. Like, I'm sorry you feel this way type thing. But I think that it's 70% there. Like, they dug themselves a big hole. It's going to take a long time to redeem any sort of trust with the community. But I think that we could still play the game and have fun. Are you excited for games coming out? Yes. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to be playing the fuck out of Gray Zone when it drops. And then I'm going to be trying Arena Breakout Infinite. I've seen barely any of Arena Breakout, but that game I think is the one that's like going to be the true contest for Tarkov. Gray Zone Warfare. The only reason I didn't play the entire week was that I stream later at nights, right? So like whenever I would hop on for Gray Zone, the server started to get quieter because people were not playing it as much, and there just wasn't as many players up. But whenever it's a public playtest and those servers stay populated, I'm gonna be playing a lot of it. Yep. Yeah, I'm really excited for both of those games. Arena Breakout, I played the mobile version of it, and it was like the best mobile game I've ever played, and it wasn't even close. I hope the PC port feels good, but I've only seen a little bit of it, not enough to be like, yeah, it's gonna be the best game ever, right? I mean, I still like Tarkov, dude. I didn't immediately wake up and dislike it. PUBG Mobile, I never played PUBG Mobile. I was playing PC PUBG at that time, so I never really got into the mobile version. Gray Zone's really fun. I can see myself playing it alongside Tarkov in a large quantity. Really solid. And the thing with Gray Zone is that if they code it right from the start, and it being on Unreal Engine, they have a lot of options to upgrade the game and adjust and fix bugs on the fly. Yeah, fuck. Without causing more issues. Tarkov was made as a mobile game off this, not a mobile game, but a browser game off the start. It wasn't intended to get this large, and the coding's all spaghetti, so them making changes is tough.